for our neighbors in South Dakota. They've been experiencing snow all day and hugging right up next to the North Dakota border. Some very lofty snow totals reported. This photo shared by Barb today in the Mena, South Dakota area. Near Aberdeen, already 11 inches. It's been continuing to snow since this photo was taken. So when you've heard totals expected to be upwards of 2 to 3 feet, do not be surprised, because some in South Dakota will feel the impacts of this storm for 3 days, inclusive of today. Barb also capturing this photo up there near the Watertown area. This was 8 o'clock this morning. And we just heard in South Dakota that blizzard-like conditions are underway. Blizzard warning and blizzard conditions most likely South Dakota, most of the state, into southwest Minnesota. Now, we have winter storm warnings surrounding that, including Fargo-Moorhead. This has been pushed up as far as Trail County and the Norman County area as well. One thing to keep in mind is conditions first thing in the morning for many of us will be fairly quiet, but they will deteriorate. Now, we already have snow taking place along that South Dakota line, some of Richland County seeing, but it's the lighter variety snow, but it's persistent and it's been there for some time. So we may have hours of snow by morning in these areas with some fairly lofty totals of several inches already for your morning drive. This is extending out into Otter Tail and Grant County, out towards Alexandria as well. The heavier bands of snow here in South Dakota are just now merging up toward the northern half of the state. And the real heavy stuff down by Hutch's kneecaps here, Iowa. See a line of thunder showers, heavy rain in Omaha. This is the meat and potatoes of the storm system. And as this lifts northward, conditions tomorrow will not be pretty. Here is a look, though, at your current conditions outside at the Dakota Magic Casino. We have flakes of snow falling there. There is some accumulation out in that area. 36 on the thermometer here in the FM area with an east-northeast wind at 10 miles per hour. 28 in Devils Lake, 34 Grand Forks and Detroit Lakes, 32 in Wadena. And let's get to the meat and potatoes of our storm system. Overnight tonight, we had to bed snow on and off throughout the overnight hours along the South Dakota border. And your morning drive could be very tricky already in places like Lidgerwood, Hankinson, and out towards Otter Tail County, maybe even out near the Fergus Falls area with moderate to heavy snow developing. The red arrows indicative of the strongest of the winds, upwards of 50-mile-per-hour gusts, where you see the yellow arrows, 40-mile-per-hour gusts, quiet in the north. Now, you might head to work and head to school, but by midday, I think this system will push some of this moisture in the form of heavy snow across the southeast quadrant of North Dakota, and that's when things get started. So midday is when things take a turn for the worse. Notice that the strongest of the winds do stay to our south, but I would not be surprised to see some areas, even in our area, that are not included in that blizzard warning just yet, see blizzard-like conditions. So I'm urging you not to travel. As we go towards the drive time home, Fargo will already have some significant accumulations by 5 o'clock, as will Lakes Country. And notice it will start pushing up on Grand Forks. Devils Lake still whistling will be the winds, but not much snow. As we go toward the evening, between, say, about 2 in the afternoon and the early overnight hours is when the snow will be heaviest. The wind will still be quite strong, and the accumulations will be lofty. As we head through the overnight, this is about the last gasp of the heaviest snow. Then it starts to exit towards Friday morning, but hit-and-miss showers of snow throughout the day on Friday will add minimal amounts to the snow that has already fallen. Very little Grand Forks and points north and east, but Grand Forks itself, you could see 2 to 4 inches of snow. Get down to Fargo, 6 to 12 inches on a line towards Ellendale, all the way up to Bemidji. This is where things really get crazy. We're talking Fergus Falls, Otter Tail County, Wadena County, 12 to 18 inches. And how about this nonsense? 18 to 30 inches of additional snow near the Sisseton Hills. And it's going to be that heavy, wet snow as well. Snow beginning about midday in Fargo. The drive time home will be nasty with wind and snow combining to create tricky travel conditions. Here was a photo this morning. Oh, how things change in 24 hours. And if we wait just a little bit longer, the 7-day planner shows that, well, I'll get the 7-day sometime later. By the weekend, we get the 40s back, and next week we get the 50s back.
It'll be nice eventually. Yeah. Thanks, Hutch.